Okay, and 1, 2, 3, and can you not look at me like that, please? Welcome back to FireCast Season 1, Episode, what's this?
6.
Episode 6 with my co-host DZ.
Let's crack him.
And today's episode is just us two, as we're going to read out everyone's questions and then give away there on the table. You can see the mug and the t-shirt. We've got some cool little stickers too we'll throw in there.
Yeah, you'll get some stickers.
Some cool little stickers.
But the shirt is a medium as it is. But, I mean, my boy who prints these for us recently had a baby, so congrats to him. But because of the timing, it's going to be a little longer before I get the next shirts. But worst case scenario, for mediums too small for you, you can just wait. And once I get the larger sizes, I'll just send you the larger. But, yeah, if that fits for you, then we can send it straight away.
Yeah, so congrats, man. Everyone's having fucking babies.
You know, good on them.
Okay, so should we just get straight into it?
Yeah, I don't know. Do you have anything to talk about?
No, let's just start reading out the questions, man. Fuck.
Because we did get a few questions. If you did ask us a question, thank you. I kind of knew it would be less than the first giveaway because of the nature of how we're doing it, but I thought it'd be fun anyway. And a few of you guys, like we got some good ones. So, all right, the first question I got was by UV Manny, which is a good question. He says, "What is your dream Aussie collaboration and why?"
Fuck.
You go first.
Fuck.
That's a great question.
Man, that's a good one, man.
So thanks for that.
Fuck me. That's just my dream Australian collab. All right. So I'm gonna give two answers here. So my first answer is gonna be my dream main. So this is like my dream mainstream art, like a big Aussie artist collab. And I've got to keep it, real simple. I'm gonna say Illy, because Illy is so established. Like he's a world artist now, international.
I don't even know who he is.
You fucking serious?
I got no idea.
You don't know Illy?
Nah.
Holy crap!
What is he? What type of music?
So he fucks with like 360 and shit. So I've seen him perform live once at Spilt Milk, and it was fucking like the whole crowd was fucking. It was awesome.
I don't know how I haven't heard of him.
Yeah,
I literally never heard of him. What the hell?
Well, him working with him, because if you made a song with him, like you're gonna instantly get on the radio and shit. So that's kind of cool. Like he's very established for an Australian. And he's not rapping about like the streets and shit, obviously, because you don't get on the radio if you do that type of shit. So he's my mainstream collab, and then my collab that I'd love to do, like that's more underground and shit, would be Wombat.
Wombat, yeah.
And so Wombat, because I feel like with his aggressive style, I could make some crazy beats for Wombat.
Oh, yeah,
like,
for sure.
I would be fucking in. I'll just get myself real angry and then just get in the studio, get some vinyls, chop them up, and I'll just make some crazy like Viking shit. Like it'd be fucking awesome.
Could happen.
So they're my two. So Wombat, bro, hit me, DM me, but before my fucking beat prices skyrocket too. So so they're my two.
Well, I don't really have a mainstream. I didn't really think of it like that. I just thought more Aussie hip hop flat out, and I got a few answers. I mean, really. Like he's got a Chillinet's got to be like he's conquered the game. Like doing a collab with Chillinet would be like that's like top of the underground, man. And that's what like. You talk a lot about the radio, but I'm not really bothered about the radio.
I'm not bothered by the radio, but it's just I want to experience working. Okay, so there's working with an artist, for example. So making a song with Wombat and making a song with Illy would be complete different scenery.
Yeah, of course.
It'd be obviously with Illy, it'd be a lot more professional. You'd be in a proper studio. The studio would probably be worth like millions of dollars. It'd be top of the line equipment. Making a song with Wombat, we're probably going to be in someone's fucking backyard while everyone's having a sesh. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so it's two different like
ball games.
It's two different like scenes. I want to try out that professional scene, because I like, even though it'd be kind of, well, not really, but I've done that type of stuff before when I was at TAFE and stuff, but I want to be able to sit in a studio on like a big chair and have like heaps of gear all around me at my disposal. Well, I want to do that.
With the music you make too, that's very possible. I mean, you don't always, like, you have radio-friendly music, because it's just sounds, some of them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And I love those songs that you make. Like all the funky ones and stuff. But so I'd say Chilling It, because I mean you kind of have to, right? And then I also like Nerve though, because I feel
I was
like
thinking about that.
yeah,
I don't
because
know, man.
my style and Nerve, I think we have similar style. He's the only guy really in this Oz scene that I see that kind of has the more like goofy,
Yeah, he's
and
like a
that's how
goof-
I rap too.
he's a
So I
goofball.
think we'd kill a song together, me and Nerve, to be honest. And people told me that too in my comments. So yeah, I mean, I like Triple One too. I'd love to do a song with Triple One, but there's a lot of guys. I can't really say for certain who I'd rather work with or not.
That's a good question. Hard. I had to actually think about that. For
Yeah, that was a
bit.
great question.
That's a good one.
Okay, so the next one is from Nathan. He says, "What do you think makes you and FriendlyFire stick out from the rest of Aussie artists
Whew.
and producers?"
That's another good one. This one, this one for me is pretty easy.
Yeah, I think.
Because
Yeah.
I just this is gonna sound fucked up, but like I personally think we just sound better than everyone else. And that, like that's just not like that. People could say it's being biased or whatever, but like on a producer level, maybe not the country, but definitely New South Wales. Like, who is better than me? Like, come on.
All right, fuck.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I mean,
and I think the same about you with your words. Like, the only people who I could put you in league with would be Wombat, Chilling It. Like, imagine you three on a track together.
Yeah, I think I could hold my own with the biggest guys too.
100%.
But the thing is, the way I think about it is, it's about preference and style, man. Like people like different things, so
Yeah.
even though we consider ourselves pretty good, we've gotten very good at what we do, like to this point. I think doesn't mean everyone's got to like you and think you're better than everyone else because it might not be their style of music.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how good you are. There's going to be people out there that won't fuck with us.
Yeah, it's about taste.
It's all about taste. But when it comes to actual skill set,
Yeah, like production.
I definitely
yeah.
think we can bring it to the table.
Oh, for sure,
Like,
man.
Like who, especially on the producer side too. Like yes, there's a lot of producers out in Sydney and Australia and stuff, but like there's still a lot of basic things I'm hearing. A lot of basic production mistakes, techniques that I'm hearing that aren't like, you know what I mean? Like, especially when like when guys DM me or on Discord and stuff, ask me to give them feedback on a track they're working on and stuff like that. I help them and I give them advice in very friendly ways, but they'll initially send me the track with a lot of simple things that aren't getting done. It's kind of, it's just like, it's just simple things like when you do your laundry and people say not to put your whites in with your colored clothes, even though I do that all the time, but it's in that context. Like there's a lot of things, I'm not going to get into the technical side because people aren't going to understand what I'm saying. But
I
like,
don't even understand.
when you talk, like, you know what I mean? People are still sending me things where the sub bass and the kick are completely clashing and it just sounds like a big, like a mud ball. Just, it's like, just especially in hip hop, your kick and your 808 is the most important thing of the track. Some people say even more important than the vocals. So that's why, like when I send you beats, for example, I'll work, the longest part of the track will be the 808 for me. Getting the 808 and the kick sounding really nice so it doesn't sound muddy, and therefore subconsciously the rapper and vocalist will be able to write and flow to it easier because it's not like a big mess in your ears, you know what I mean? So
but that just comes from time with the technology
course,
too. So it's a lot of it's the same with rapping too. I get people messaging me for tips on like raps, and they'll send me a rap or like their notes, and I'll help them as best I can. I give them advice, but it's the same thing. A lot of stuff is like it's just very rhyming the last word. And like if you really want to step up your game, you got to have internals and like,
exactly
and it's
right.
that just comes with time, like really.
And I mean, and that's a great thing. I mean, there's people messaging us both asking for advice. Like, people don't, like, if we weren't good, there wouldn't be people doing that.
Oh yeah, I mean,
So obviously that's why I think we stand out just purely. The main thing would be uniqueness.
Yeah, I think it's uniqueness.
And two, our skill set has gotten like Moby said in our episode. Some people just got it, and others don't.
Yeah,
and I think we definitely got it. Like that's my opinion.
I mean, yeah,
That's my opinion.
We've gotten to this point.
The skill set is there.
Yeah, we definitely got and I would say what makes us different is just the straight uniqueness, man. Especially being in Australia in this scene, even more so because like people
aren't making the wacky shit.
Yeah, people aren't doing your beats, man. Your beats, they're so
weird.
Yeah, like they're
very
so
weird.
unique. I reckon they even stand out in like an American scene. So you bring that to Australia, and on top of a rapping style that's not very popular as it is, especially here with the chopping and the Tech Nine type shit. Like on top of those beats, it's just a unique sound, and I think that's what kind of sets us apart.
Yeah, for sure. That's a good question.
That
too.
is a good
That's
question.
A good question. By the way, too, Nathan is actually my brother-in-law, and this time there was controversy for the first giveaway we did because my girlfriend actually did win it fair and square, and she did say that she will redraw. But I'm saying this right now: whoever wins it is getting it this time.
Yeah, because
so there's going to be no redraws. There's going to be none of that. So it's just the luck of the draw.
I already didn't include
okay.
Some of you guys asked us a question, and I know some of you guys already have shirts and stuff, and you're just supporting. Okay, so obviously, if you've already got a shirt or something, or you're close, then I didn't put you in. But so everyone who's in here is deserves to win a shirt.
Yeah, you're just saying. So whoever wins it is going to get it this time. No redraws,
Yeah.
no do-overs, none of that. It's if your name gets picked or drawn out in the draw, you get the stuff.
Yeah.
Right, what's next, man? Fuck it.
Okay, Ozrap only is what I got next, but you asked a lot of questions, bro, and I appreciate you. They're good questions.
Read a few out.
So yeah, we'll do them in like a fairly rapid succession. So his first question is, what is your goal in music?
To get rich.
That's your goal in music?
Look, my goal is to obviously be able to
live comfortably
doing something I love, and not only doing something I love. This music is probably the only thing I'm very good at in life.
Yeah.
So I may as well go all out with it.
I agree. I think we're doing pretty well, and I just want to keep on this path. Are you proud of how far you've come? Yes. I can't believe we have a podcast now and doing all this shit. It's crazy. If you could feature off any rapper worldwide, who would it be?
Oh, so what? Just feature?
Yeah, if you could do a song with someone, anyone. That's a good question. I don't really know, to be honest. Pitbull.
Really? He's pretty good.
Pitbull. Not Pitbull. I don't know.
He's funky. That's a fucking good one.
Akon or something.
Give me 2 secs. Worldwide, man. This is gonna be so cliche, but Eminem.
Yeah, I forgot about
like
it.
if I could just sit in the studio even for an hour with Eminem, I would probably fucking just cream in my pants. If I could just make him one beat, it would be the craziest beat I will ever make in my life.
Hey, you never know, man. Favorite up and comer. Now, I have to say, we were talking about this before. Blunt Boy, man. You're killing it, brother.
Blunt Boy, bro.
Yeah, man.
He's got that Jim Carrey flow,
man.
bro. I don't know. Like, he's
I
very
fuck
good.
with your shit, man. We got to do more stuff together, for real.
Man, honestly, favorite upcoming, bro. Blunt Boy, Izzy Locks.
Oh, yeah. All the crew, Mo B, Izzy Locks. I mean,
surely.
We work with people we like, man. So
yeah. Not just that, too. Blunt Boy, I was DMing him actually yesterday or this morning. He's actually dabbling in, like, making clips.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure. So that's good, man.
Hey, brother, let's get a clip together, man.
That'll be very good.
Start working on some shit.
I'm down for that, bro.
For real, man.
So yeah, fucking oath.
What do you think about pages like mine? I think they're awesome. Like for what they've done since this new wave of hip hop, I think a lot of it is owed to these pages, man.
We need it.
You guys, for sure. It gives the scene as a whole stronger legs, I feel like. You know what I mean? Yeah. Having these communities where people can agree or disagree on, Aussie underground music. It's great.
Yeah, no, we need the pages like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Or because in a day and age where social media is so powerful, especially for a producer or a rapper or an artist, you need the pages. You need those type of pages.
Yeah, any type of music, really. Like, there's pages all over Instagram, and you're all doing your thing. So, advice for people who look up to you. I don't really think anyone looks up to me enough to care about what I have to say, but I don't know, try and make good choices, man. Be happy. Don't stress about things you can't change.
If there's people that look up to us, honestly, this is going to sound so corny and cliche because you probably hear it all the time in the movies and shit like that, but literally pursue your goal or dream and don't worry about what anyone says. Even if your teachers tell you you're going to not do well in school, even if your parents don't like it, even if your friends don't give you the time of day, you fuck them and you continue to pursue. Because, example, if I didn't pursue music like I did, I would have never have got. We would have never gotten to this point.
No, of course not
at all. And like, yeah. So just pursue it and do not stop. Do it. Literally do it every day. Even if you only do whatever you want to do, just do it every day for an hour. If you can fit an hour in your day, and you will see by the end of 6 months, how crazy and how good you will get at whatever it is you're doing. It doesn't have to be music, at anything.
It just takes patience and time.
Just keep doing it every day.
And I mean, people don't stress too much about what you got to do in life if you don't know. I mean, people stress so much to finish school and get a job, but you can get a job when you're 30, 40, 50, do you, go after what you want first, because life, no one even knows why we're here, so it doesn't really matter. Hey, you might as well just fucking do what you like. You know what I mean? Like, fuck it.
100.
Thoughts on Husky? I like Husky.
Good.
Yeah, Husky's
good,
fucking dope.
Isn't he having problems? Isn't he always in and out of prison and shit though?
Yeah,
like,
I mean, but fucking.
See, same. I think he's great. Love him, but people need to focus more on the craft and not get like sidetracked and shit with what's going on around them. I know it might be hard. You don't know someone's situation, obviously.
Yeah. But I don't know too much about that. But
neither
in
do
terms
I.
of the music, I think he's fucking dope.
Musically, yeah, he's fucking awesome.
And then last question from Ozrap is, do you like iced coffee? Yes.
Yep.
I fuck with iced coffee.
Love it.
Wicked says, what made you want to devote your time to rap? Really only like the start of last year or 2 years ago maybe, I started taking it a little bit serious. Like, yeah, I've been rapping for a while, but I just, I don't really know, man. I guess I just noticed we had the potential and the tracks are getting better that, maybe fuck it. It's worth putting some time into. I don't know. I never really had like that fucking moment where it just started happening, really.
I guess mine would be what made you start pursuing music.
Yeah.
Mine was, I'll never forget it. Like we mentioned in the Mr. Meagley podcast, episode 2, the exact moment I knew I wanted to do it was when me and him were sitting in a car together, just us two. And he said to me, man, wouldn't it be awesome if we somehow turned our love for music into like a job or career somehow? And from that moment, like a light bulb in my head just went, all right, let's start DJing. And that weekend, he got us a gig. So that's when I knew. I was like, yeah, this is happening. That's mine.
I wish I could say the same, but
that was my
don't really
moment.
know.
That was my moment of yes.
Aaron says, best and worst thing about being in the music industry.
Oh,
I mean, I guess the worst thing for me would be like, I don't really know, to be honest. I don't think we're too deep in it to really. For now, it's just, me sitting in my bedroom making shit that I like. I can't really say I'm struggling or have any problems being in the industry. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe you got a better answer, but
so the best and worst thing about being in the industry, right?
Or trying to get there, I guess.
So even though we're not really like we're kind of like in the amateur industry, if you say. But I know my answers will probably stay the same even once I'm in the industry. But the best part about it is obviously when you have that finished, polished track and it sounds like, not only it sounds good, but it sounds good to you. So when I make a song that I'm super happy with, that sounds good to myself, it's like an addicting feeling. It's kind of weird to describe. I feel like it'd be like what a heroin addict would say about doing heroin. Like, they're always chasing that like feeling.
Yeah, right.
It's the exact same thing. When I have that finished product, it's like, oh yes. So that's the best feeling, right? The worst feeling is then once it's complete, not knowing the reaction you're going to get to that product. Yeah. So as soon as I'm happy with it, then it's all good. But once I release it, as soon as it goes live on wherever I've posted it, that's when you just go, oh fuck, are people even gonna like this? And then you got to sort of fight your own brain, and then 99.9% of the time, I'm able to just push the feelings aside and go, I don't give a fuck anyway. I enjoy it. But there's always then, say, about a couple of hours of doubt when in your mind you're just going, holy fuck, what did I just upload? Is it shit? Are people gonna even like it? Do people even care? Which people don't care, but like you still think those things. It's just human nature to think the worst of something straight away.
Yeah, I mean, you're always going to be your worst critic, and I'm not as bad as you, I don't think, because the way I've always trained myself to look at it is people like different shit, man. If you make something, and in hindsight you think, fuck, maybe that's a bit, not my style. It doesn't fucking matter, man. Someone out there is going to like it. People like different shit, man. So as long as you have put, some emotion and energy into what you've putting out there, you shouldn't have to worry, man. Try not to doubt yourself too much. So the worst thing for me would probably just be, I don't know. I'm scared to of fakeness and getting trapped in record labels and people trying to fucking rip you off and scam you.
Next one, Lachlan says, has music always been your passion? What got you into it?
Music was never my passion.
Me neither.
I didn't know it was a passion. I always did love it and enjoy it, especially like we said in the first episode with Mr. Meagley. Like, especially our group of friends, I feel like we, especially compared to other groups, we just frothed it. Like everything we did, there was fucking music involved. Like even when we just go to the park and just throw a frisbee around or something after a big weekend, there'd be a little speaker playing. Like it's just everything we did was music based. So no, I didn't realize it was a passion.
Me neither. What got you into it? For me, it was really the words, man. Like I was saying in I think the Moby episode, just playing with words. I've always liked English, and I've always liked expanding my vocabulary, and just listening to Hobson and Tech Nine and shit when I was in year 7 and that. I don't know. I guess it just kind of, and I'd always freestyle in class too. And I didn't know at the time that I was really
good at it,
doing that. I didn't think about it too much. I never thought I wanted to make music. That was never what I wanted to do. But I don't know, it just developed over time, I guess.
What got me into it was the dubstep. After listening to dubstep so much, I really I couldn't stop thinking about how it was made. So I just had to dive deeper. By the way, fun fact, like you said, you were really good at English. I did fail school, but I actually was in the highest English class in school. Surprise.
The toppest
English class. So, I mean, believe it or not, but that's the fun fact for today's episode. FriendlyFire actually was in the highest English class in school until I failed school.
Pierce says, what happens when we die, lad? Look,
you can go first.
I think, man, it's beyond human comprehension. I think there's more to it, but I don't think it's like heaven and hell where if you do good or do bad, you go, because I think those are human constructs. I don't think the greater world, like animals and shit, really care about good or bad. Like sharks just eat shit. You know what I mean? So I think good and bad is something we made up as humans. And whatever happens after we die is some crazy thing beyond our comprehension. I think it's, there's more to it, like we're all just spirits and we go to the spirit world and we're here on a mission. And if you do your mission, you go back. And if you fail your mission, you get reincarnated and you do it again.
Okay, that's a good one.
Something like that. I don't know. We're all just energy and spirits and shit. And, I think we're all in pretty good hands.
I'm gonna say the real atheist thing right now. And look, bro, I truly believe that when I die, it's just gonna be like going to sleep. When you go to sleep and you're tired and you're about to sleep and you're like, yeah, fuck, finally your eyes get heavy and shit, and then all of a sudden you wake up. I feel like for me, when I die, it's gonna be me having that tired feeling, and then I'm just never gonna wake up again. So it's gonna be like you don't know you're asleep. I feel like that's what that's what death is to me. Unfortunately,
wow.
Yeah, I know it's kind of
grim.
It's very grim, but until I haven't seen anything with my own eyes.
People have had near-death experiences and shit, and most of the time they're all describing the same thing.
No, well, I know a couple of people who have had a near-death experience, like a proper. I'm not just saying it. They're not just going. You know when everyone just says, "Oh, like I hit a pole and almost died," but really they just like scraped the side of their car.
Yeah.
I know 2 people who have now almost actually fucking died, and they both said that there was no light at the tunnel, no fucking end of the thing. I mean, actually, the first person actually did tell me the only thing that happened to him was he said that he could see himself from a top view. So it was kind of like a lucid dream where he was sort of looking at himself from above, but then he just like come back to.
Well, he maybe it has to be longer than that.
I don't know, man. I don't.
Something's got to happen.
I like to hope to God that my soul goes to like, I don't know, like an eternal jazz club, and there's always constantly music playing, and I'm just like bopping around. I hope that'd be the best case scenario. I mean, if there is a hell, I'm probably going straight there, which I'm cool for that too. Like I'm cool with that. But I generally believe I just think it's gonna be just a eternal sleep, man.
Fair enough.
That's my very grim hypotheses on that one. That's a fucking hard one, man.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way to tell, is there? Fucking how are we gonna know, man? Joey says, "Did you ever have any other rap name ideas?" No. What really inspired me to do DZ was a rapper named X from the US, man, and he's just like an underground team backpack. Like he's great, and his name's just X.
Yeah, very
and
simple.
I thought that was cool, but like DZ, and then I just thought DZ. But my stepdad did say once that I should have spelt it out like DIZED, and sometimes I kind of wish I did that. But
oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
so
like
DIZED.
Yeah, but
DZ.
Fuck, it's too late now.
No, that's cool.
No rapper gimmicks. It's just my fucking name.
Actually, that's a good question too, bro. When I first bought FL Studio, I actually made a list on my phone notes of a bunch of names, but they were all military names. For some weird fucked up reason, I wanted to have a military style name. And so obviously FriendlyFire, there was shit like near miss, artillery,
artillery's cool.
Artillery, silencer or something like all red dot or all shit to do with military, like Bravo, like Whiskey Tango, all that shit, right? You understand? And I remember once again, bro, shout out to fucking Moby. I'm pretty sure was this when he was in Japan the first time? I can't remember, but I sent him. He was the only person I sent the list to, and there was only one name on there that wasn't military, and it was Silent Frequency. And then and I was kind of tossing up between Silent Frequency or another military name, and then Moby just goes, "Oh, FriendlyFire sounds cool," and I was like, "Yeah, done." And I just completely changed what I wanted to, and just because he was the first person to say that it was cool, I was like, "Yeah, dope." And then FriendlyFire. That's it.
I didn't know that either. I've always wondered about your name. It seems so random.
Shout out to Moby, man. That motherfucker, bro. He's got his head. He's involved, bro. Yeah, man. He's involved.
Joey says, again, do you have to hear the beat first before putting pen to paper? Yes, pretty much. Sometimes I write bars and stuff with, like, it used to be always when I was at work, right? I'd be doing 3-hour shifts at night at Coles, and I'd be working, and I'd be reading the products on the shelf and rhyming them. That's how I practice freestyling in my head.
That's a good way to practice.
Yeah, and
so like tin beans.
Yeah, like fucking Kleenex and shit.
That's cool. That's cool. That's cool.
And sometimes I'd come up with shit, and then I'd remember to write it down in my phone, and it's just like one bar that I want to use. And then but yeah, I can't write like a whole verse and then fit it to a beat. Like I do that with my old verses. So if I do a remix, I might recycle that for a song, like a proper song, just because I like the verse. But I never just write to no music and then put a beat over it. He also says, who are your favorite artists and DJs?
Ooh. Favorite artist, back in the day was conductor. So I've mentioned him many times before now. Yeah, he was making shit that I couldn't even comprehend the shit he was making back in the day. But he doesn't make music anymore. So yeah, he was. At the moment, my favorite artist, electronic wise, would have to be. It'd be probably Killen Void. For those of you who don't know, he's a very wacky dude. He's on Rushdown, so he fucks with Chime and Ace Aura and stuff like that. Yeah, so him. And at the moment, like my favorite like non EDM artist would be like Red Hot Chili Peppers and like Emotional Oranges.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, I love that shit.
Oh, I don't know. People ask me this. Like, I'm such an indecisive guy, man. Like, fucking hell. Favorite artist? I don't know, man. I got a few, but rappers, I like Ritz is up there, man. I fucking love Ritz. Mercules, Tech Nine, Cess Crew, you know. Non-rap, I don't know. I mean, Eminem's up there. I don't know. I can't really say for sure. I listen to, you know, the typical shit. I mean, I like Joji, like Filthy Frank. He makes good music now.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I like a lot of artists. I don't really know, to be honest.
And when it comes to DJ, that's another one too. I guess Virtual Right as a DJ, even though he's one of my top producers as well, but I've seen him live before, and his live sets are just incredible. So that's that. So Virtual Right on the DJ side of things.
I've never been to a concert in my life.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. So I don't really know anyone live.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
I'm supposed to go to the movies with Mikey, and I'm fucking gone through like half a bottle of wine. It was a quarter each. So Mikey's gonna have to pick me up.
Callan says, "What inspired you to do what you do?"
I think that's very similar to the other question where like I said, just I guess for me it all stems back from the dubstep.
Well, what inspired you to do the podcast then? Because this was your idea.
Oh,
He didn't say the podcast, but because it's so similar.
I can't even remember. Was it?
Yeah, it was your idea, man. You told me make the podcast, and I was like, yeah, all right, yeah, whatever. I'm down to do that. And then it just
I can't even remember.
Snowboard.
Bro. I can't even remember, to be honest, bro. That's like it's like you said in the last episode. I'm kind of very similar. My mind's always just too fucking all over the place. I'm always thinking of ideas and shit, and then I honestly can't remember. Okay, so this was my idea. What did I say to you? I just said let's do a podcast.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fuck.
I don't really remember either, to be honest.
Oh, I mean, well, once again, everything stems back from a while ago. Like, especially, like all my friends, when we were hanging out all the time back in the day, like we were doing such wacky and wild shit, which are stories we will talk about later down the track. They're just a bit more like R-rated. I don't really want to get into that right now, but these stories will be told just later down the track, maybe after we get 100 episodes. It's just, like I said, it's something that, you know, you don't want your parents hearing and shit, but it is shit that's happened. But we were doing such crazy shit when we were younger that we always used to say, man, fuck, like, these are stories that are worth telling, just purely based on the wacky, like just the wild shit. Like, I've seen some fucking crazy shit in my time, bro. And it's worth telling a story. So it all stems from that. So always in the back of my mind, and like Mr. Meagley's mind and Brad's mind and Moby's mind, we've always been saying, like, even when we're on Discord playing games, we've always been saying, man, fuck, like, we should make like a skit or like a little mini movie on on what happened at this party, or when we went to here, or when this guy did that. You could make a skit or like a show out of it. So why not? The best idea would be just make a podcast and you can slowly just tell your story.
Well,
bro. Like,
it's like everyone thinks that, right? Well, you think everyone thinks that. You always think, oh, fuck, my family would make a great show or whatever. And you just feel like everyone probably feels that way.
yeah,
But
nah. Of course it's biased, but I'm not kidding when I say we have done some fucked up shit. Like, it's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
And people who used to hang out with us would know that too. We're probably listening going, okay, yeah, he's right. Like, well, we've done some fucking wacky shit. But like I said, that'll be discussed, later down the
There'll
track.
be a paywall behind those ones.
Yeah, that will be a Patreon's only.
yeah,
fucking
fucking-
$10 a video, and you'll hear the crazy shit that happened.
Emir says, "What's your thoughts on Bitcoin and where it's headed in the future?" That's a great fucking question.
Only up.
Yeah, man. I think, like
Only
I was
up,
saying
bro.
in whatever episode that was.
Like, you'd have to be very. I feel like the only way you could possibly crash would be another problem like coronavirus. But even because of coronavirus, all that shit only went up because everyone was doing shit online.
It just makes sense, man. If
Like,
they crash,
It can't. It's
it's gonna come back up.
It can crash, but like you said, it will just go back up.
It's here to stay, in my opinion. I don't think it's going anywhere. I think it's a great investment. I wish I got on it earlier. I haven't.
Another thing too, Emir, is on the Bitcoin thing, shares as well. Like my international shares account only finally just got opened yesterday after a 10-day wait because of COVID.
I don't have international.
You got a full apply with the bank and shit.
Yeah,
so that was that shit too.
I'd like to invest in shares, but I'm just waiting until I have some
Yeah.
a lot of expenses lately, man. Fuck.
Another thing quickly too, which is kind of random, like the Bitcoin thing. Another thing that's blowing up, bro. Have you heard of crypto art?
What's that?
Bro, it's people who web design and make cover arts and shit for songs. They're now selling that shit. And a guy made a post a couple days ago saying he sold like a digital artwork for like fucking 23 grand USD. And it's literally just art it's a web art. It's not even a painting you can hang on your wall. It's just like something you could use as like a desktop wallpaper.
Fuck, everything is going digital, man. Ready
Yep.
Player One. I was looking at
Yeah.
they had the State of Play, the PlayStation State of Play, and they were showing the Final Fantasy. They announced some new Final Fantasy remake shit, and
Yeah.
the graphics on that. I was looking at this
Look
thing
crazy,
thinking,
yeah.
it looks like fucking real life,
Yeah.
man. And soon we're gonna be putting on headsets, and we're gonna be in that. Like,
Yeah.
Bitcoin's here to stay, man. Everything's going
Fucking right.
online. We're starting to sell art galleries online and shit, which you can just
Yeah.
download for free. Like, shit is getting fucking wacky, man.
Oh yeah.
So Bitcoin's here to stay for sure.
Yeah.
Then Lowe says, when was the moment you realized you wanted to go hard with the music?
So again, that's similar to the other
Yeah.
question.
When did you
Look,
want to put all your time into music? Well, that it's worth trying.
from the very beginning for me, I knew I wanted to put all my time to it. Because like I said before, this is the only thing that I've ever been like good at, very good at. When I was younger, other than soccer or football, I was pretty decent at that too. But I grew out of that because I started partying and drinking and shit. But while I was partying and shit, my love for music was so much. And then once I bought FL, I told myself, I was like, I don't care. I don't even care if I've gotten 0 listeners and viewers. I'm gonna go for this 100% because I'd rather try and not get anywhere than never try at all and turn 40 years old and go, fuck, what would have happened if I maybe gave it my all?
Get rich or die trying, man.
Yeah, fuck, yeah, literally.
Jake says, what inspires the sounds, vocals you guys use in your tracks?
Other beats.
Yeah, I was about to, it's pretty much the same answer.
Other tracks I hear make me go, ooh. So like I said, my track Burning Out from the Spirit EP, that is a 100% rip-off of Emotional Oranges. 100%. When I first heard Emotional Oranges, I was in the car and I was like, oh, damn. Like, and me and my girlfriend would just listen to them all the time. And then I'm like, man, I want to make a song like this. I want to make a song like this. So I literally went home and looked for the perfect guitar sample. And then as soon as I found that ding, 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 I was like, that is literally Emotional Oranges to a T. So I then started fucking with it and did my own thing to it, found the perfect vocals, and then I literally was listening and going, fuck, this sounds like Emotional Oranges. And that's how so it's things that I hear help me, give me inspiration for other tracks that I make.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same for me, but just with words, man. If I hear a scheme or usually I'll be listening, it's usually freestyles, man. Like you watch those rapper freestyles on YouTube and that's where you get the crazy bars and shit. And I hear that and it makes me want to write and it makes me want to come up with clever shit to say.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much just other people's work. You know, you're always inspired all the time. Braden says, "Why is Dennis so cute?" That's a question for you because I don't know Dennis. I'm sure he's very cute. But
Yeah, look, he's like a little. He's cute, man. He's like a little Turkish delight. You can't really, he's like a little wog kid. You can kind of wrap him up in a bit of bread and eat him. Yeah, so I don't know, Braden, man. He's just too cute for me to answer that question, bro.
Georgia says, "If you drop the soap on the floor, is the soap dirty or the floor clean?"
100% the soap becomes dirty because a soap bar is clean
Yeah, I agree.
and the floor is dirty. So if I drop the soap bar onto a dirty floor, the clean soap bar then becomes dirty. You can't clean the floor with a soap bar.
Yeah, I agree. But because just touching soap to a surface doesn't make it clean. You have to scrub.
Exactly. You have to scrub the floor with soap to make it clean. So the soap bar becomes dirty. Okay, I'll give you the best example. When you're in the shower and you know when you sometimes accidentally drop the soap out of the shower and you pick it up and it's got shit on it, fluff and shit, and you got to wash it off. Please tell me I'm not the only one.
I've never dropped my soap out of the fucking... I don't use a soap bar in the shower.
What do you mean?
You wash your hands with a soap bar, if that.
How do you wash yourself?
With body wash, not a fucking soap bar. I'm not a caveman.
What? No.
You don't use body wash?
I can't be... No, I use a soap bar. Like I buy soap bars. I can't be the only one who uses a fucking soap
Bruh,
bar.
I use a fucking loofah and a pump. I feel like most people do that these days. I don't know. Who washes themselves with the same fucking soap bar? Don't they last ages?
Well, not in this house. In this house, I fucking buy a pack of soap bars and they're all gone after a day. I think someone in this house is eating the soap.
Soap bars, man.
Okay, well, yeah. The soap becomes dirty,
Yeah.
Georgia.
I think the soap becomes dirty too. The last question. Chevy says, "What song was the hardest and longest to produce?"
Fuck, that's a good one. So longest for me was definitely the Spirit and Jackal EPs. That took me that was 20 songs, bro.
That's not a song though. What
Okay.
individual song?
Individual song.
I think is what she means. I mean, you can just answer both questions anyway, but
That's a fucking good one, man. It would definitely be an EDM song because making dubstep is a whole different ball level. Like,
yeah.
it's a whole different game. I can't even begin to explain to a hip hop producer how to make dubstep. It's so fucking hard. So it would probably have to be my song, maybe Mothership. So that's the latest dubstep. So not Contagion, the one before Contagion, which was it was after I had like a 1 year dry streak with EDM. I was just making hip hop beats with Dylan. When I finally made Mothership after trying some crazy sound design techniques, that took me a solid like 2-3 months for one song, and I'm not even happy with how it sounds now. So that just goes to show how hard that shit is to do. Yeah.
I don't really make songs, to be honest. I just
You
rap
just send me
over
words,
beats.
yeah.
So not very long. Yeah, man. I'm a noob, but I'll start doing my own shit. I'm just learning, biding my time. So yeah, for me, it doesn't take very long. I could write songs within 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes a few hours, but never really more than that. I never really, unless I purposely have a break and pick something up in a day. Yeah, not
All right.
long.
Is that all the questions?
That's all of them.
That was fucking... Thanks for the questions, eh?
Look, we'll probably do
Hopefully-
this again.
This will be a recent thing. At least once a month, you got to give someone away for the people. You know what I mean? As we try out
Answering
different.
questions is fun, man. If you guys
that's a
have
good idea.
questions, just ask them, and we'll probably answer them on one of the episodes.
Well, as summer comes to an end, I guess maybe the next giveaway would be maybe more jumpers and tracksuits. Maybe trackies would be awesome.
I still got a couple jumpers, man. So if you want that instead of the shirt and you win, just let me know. You can get a jumper instead. We don't really care.
Yeah. By the way, whoever wins, if the medium's not your size, don't stress. We will exchange you whatever size you want. Obviously, give you that, the mug, the stickers, stuff like that. The mug is fucking dope, man. As well, the mug is absolutely
the mug
so
is
nice.
awesome. So whoever wins this will get the mug and the shirt. We feel like that's a better value.
Yeah. You're gonna get both. You're gonna get both.
But if you don't want the shirt, you want a bigger size or you want the white one or you want a jumper, just let me know. It'll take longer. If you're a medium and you want this black one, you can get it instantly. But
Yep.
otherwise, you can let me know and you can just wait a bit. We'll give you the mug straight away. But
And obviously, guys, if you win and you know you're a large or an extra large, there's no point taking the medium and trying to stretch it out, because we could give the medium then to someone else. Like, you know what I mean? Just sort of don't just think of yourselves. Like, if you win, when are the shirts getting delivered?
a couple weeks.
A few weeks. Either way, you've won yourself a free shirt, mug, you know, so it's all good. How are we going to do this draw?
I gotta do it again. I had all your names put in the draw already, but the fucking
They're gone.
the browser closed.
my
So
Okay, now we're ready. Spin the wheel. Here we
um,
go, boys.
how do you have to press a button or just spin it?
Tap it.
Oh.
Spin it. Fucking hell. Here we go, boys. Oh, Chevy. I accidentally put check M. Chevy M. Chevy M.
All right, well, there you
Congratulations,
go.
man.
Well,
Fuck.
that'll fit you too, I think.
That should fit.
Yeah.
And the
okay.
mug. I don't even think Chevy uses mugs.
We'll give it to someone else.
There you go, boys. You have a winner.
All right, we'll give more shit away.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, thanks everyone for asking questions too.
Yeah, that was sick. If you got any more questions, I mean, you don't necessarily have to wait till we do one of these. Just ask, and
yeah, don't be shy to just
Yeah,
DM
just-
questions that we can ask. You know, you'll get a shout out and
yeah,
stuff.
comment
you know.
questions or something, and we'll just we'll answer them when we
Answer
can.
'em. The next giveaway, I no doubt would be maybe some winter stock, because it does get pretty cold out these ways. So yeah, thanks everyone for listening, man. That episode 6 Firecast. Next week we'll be back to normal with a guest.
Yeah.
It's sometimes it's hard though. Everyone, you know, we're just like everyone else. You know, we got to
Busy
work
schedule.
9 to 5. I've got a lot of weekend work. It's just hard trying to get people who are keen. So next week we'll be back to another guest, which will be episode 7.
7.
And then, you know, we are 2 more than away from our Star Wars edition with Mr. Meagley, which I'm keen as fuck for.
Yeah, same.
So, yeah, thanks everyone again who fucking asked the question.
Thank you.
Thank you all for listening, man.
This is a shorter one, but yeah, we just got shit to do. So we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for all the support, listening to the music. We got new songs and shit out all the time. So yeah.
All right, peace out, boys.
Cheers.